Good morning, students. Today you will learn about lesson 8 sound topics distinguishing different sounds and speed of sound. Page number 93 to 96. Learning objectives of today class are distinguishing different sounds, speed of sound, and reflection of sound. In last class, you learned about production of sound, propagation of sound waves. Sound is a wave and characteristics of a sound wave. What are the characteristics of sound wave? Amplitude, frequency, time period, wavelength, velocity or speed. Amplitude. The maximum displacement of the particles of the medium from their original undisturbed position. When a wave passes through the medium is called amplitude of the wave. Amplitude is denoted by A. Its SI unit is meter. Then second, frequency N. The number of vibrations, complete waves or cycles produced in 1 second is called frequency of the wave. SI unit of frequency is S power minus 1 or Hertz. So human ear can hear sound of frequency from 20 Hertz to 20,000 Hertz. Third, time period T. The time required to produce one complete vibration, that means one wave or one cycle, is called time period of the wave. It is denoted as T. The SI unit of time period is second. Then fourth one, wavelength. The minimum distance in which a sound wave repeats itself, it's called wavelength. Wavelength is denoted by lambda and the SI unit of wavelength is meter. Then the last characteristics of sound wave is velocity or speed. The distance travelled by the sound wave in 1 second is called velocity of the sound. We know the SI unit of velocity of sound is ms power minus 1. In today's class, first we have to see about distinguishing different sounds. So what is sound? Sound is a form of energy which produces sensation of hearing in our ears. Some sounds are pleasant to hear, some others are not. All sounds are produced by vibrations of substances. So these vibrations travel as disturbances in a medium and reach our ears as sound. So sound waves need a material medium. That material medium like water, air, steel, etc. for its propagation. Sounds can be distinguished from one another in terms of the following three different factors. We will see one by one. First one, loudness. Second one, pitch. Third one, timbre or quality. So we will discuss about loudness and intensity. Loudness means the state of being loud. Loudness is a quantity by virtue of which a sound can be distinguished from another one, both having the same frequency. What is frequency? We already studied. Number of waves produced in 1 second is called frequency. Then loudness or softness of sound depends on the amplitude of the wave. That line is very important. Amplitude of the wave. We know about the amplitude. The maximum displacement of the particles from the original undisturbed position is amplitude. If we strike a table lightly, we hear a soft sound because we produce a sound wave of less amplitude. Suppose if we hit the table with hard force means we hear a louder sound. So loudness or softness of sound depends on the amplitude of the wave. Loud sound can travel a longer distance as loudness is associated with higher energy. A sound wave spreads out from its source. As it moves away from the source, its amplitude decreases and thus its loudness decreases. See the diagram, the graph between time and amplitude. So this is for the soft sound. Then loud sound means that amplitude is maximum. From the mean position to both sides, it get the maximum vibrations. So it move away from the source, its amplitude decreases. That meaning the loudness decreases. Next one, the loudness of a sound depends on the intensity of sound wave. Intensity means is the amount of energy crossing per unit area per unit time perpendicular to the direction of propagation of wave. Intensity of sound wave is equal to the amount of energy crossing per unit area in the numerator divided by unit time. So the loudness of a sound depends on the intensity of sound wave. The intensity of sound heard at a place depends on the following 5 factors. First factor, amplitude of the source. Second one, distance of the observer from the source. Third one, surface area of the source. Fourth one, density of the medium. And the last one, frequency of the source. So we already know about amplitude, the maximum displacement of particle from the original undisturbed position. Then the intensity of sound depends on the distance between the observer from the source. Then third one, surface area, yes. Then the next one, density of the medium. Density is a measure of mass per volume. We know the formula, density is equal to mass per volume. Okay. Then the last one, frequency of the source. Frequency means number of vibrations produced in single second. We know the SI unit, S power minus 1 or hertz. Next one, the unit of intensity of sound is decibel. DECIBEL, small d, capital B. The SI unit of intensity of sound is decibel. It is named in honor of the Scottish-born scientist Alexander Graham Bell, who invented telephone. See the diagram. Different intensity level of sound is given. You see, in 0 decibel to 180 decibel. So quiet room contain 20 decibel of sound level. Then 50 average home contain 50 decibel. Then subway train contain 90 decibel. You see, exposure to sound over 90 decibel for long periods may affect hearing. So we can hear more than 90 decibel means that sounds affect the hearing. Then 140 decibel for jet plane takeoff. Then 180 decibel for rocket launch. So sound levels above than 120 decibel means it causes pain. Then second, pitch. So pitch means it's a characteristics of sound based on frequency. The degree of highness or lowness of a tone is called pitch. Pitch is one of the characteristics of sound by which we can distinguish whether a sound is shrill or bass. So what is shrill? It is a high pitched voice or sound, right? Then bass or flat means it is a low pitched voice or sound. So two music sounds produced by the same instrument with the same amplitude will differ when their vibrations are of different frequencies. You see, this contains the low pitch, then the dotted lines indicated it is a high pitch. So this diagram consists of two waves representing low pitch and high pitch. So low pitch means it's a bass. Then high pitch means it's a shrill. Okay. Then the third one, tempo or quality. Tempo means the characteristics which distinguishes two sounds of same loudness and pitch. So tempo means it contains same loudness and pitch emitted by two different instruments. Okay. So two different instruments emitted the same loudness and pitch. The character or quality of a musical sound or voice as distinct from pitch and intensity. A sound of single frequency is called a tone and a collection of tones is called a note. Timbre is then general term for the distinguishable characteristics of a tone. Then next important topic, speed of sound. So we know the formula for speed. Speed equal to generally distance divided by time. So here speed of sound means distance traveled by a sound wave per unit time. The speed of a sound is defined as the distance traveled by a sound wave per unit time as it propagates through an elastic medium. What is elastic medium? We know it able to resume its normal shape. It come back to the normal shape spontaneously after being stretched or compressed. So speed v equal to distance by time. It's a general formula. If the distance traveled by one wave is taken as wavelength, that is lambda, and the time taken for this propagation is one time period t, means we get speed v equal to one wavelength lambda divided by one time period. What is wavelength here? The minimum distance in which a sound wave repeats itself. It's called wavelength. Then time period t, we know time required to produce one complete vibration, that means one wave or one cycle. So now speed v equal to one wavelength lambda divided by one time period t, or v is equal to lambda by t. So here v is a speed of sound, then lambda is a wavelength, and t is a time period of the particular sound wave. So now we get v equal to lambda by t. But we know the other formula, t, time period, is reciprocal to frequency. That meaning frequency and time period are reciprocal to each other. So t is equal to 1 by n. T is a time period, n is a frequency. So we write here v equal to lambda into 1 by t. That 1 by t is equal to n. Okay. So t equal to 1 by n or n equal to 1 by t. So we substitute in the above equation, means we get speed v equal to n lambda. N frequency, lambda wavelength. The speed of sound remains almost the same for all frequencies in the given medium under the same physical conditions. Speed of sound in different media. Sound propagates through a medium at a finite speed. So finite speed means it is limited for some places. The sound of thunder is heard a little later than the flash of light is seen. The sound of thunder is heard a little later than the flash of light is seen. That meaning sound propagates through a medium at a finite speed. That meaning speed of sound is differ in different mediums. So we can make out that sound travels with a speed which is much less than the speed of light. We know the speed of light. Speed of light is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. So speed of sound is less than the speed of light. That is the reason we hear the sound of thunder little later than the flash of light. So sound compared with the light means light always travels faster than sound. The speed of sound depends on the properties of the medium through which it travels. The speed of sound is less in gaseous medium compared to the solid medium. Suppose we compare the solid medium with the gaseous medium, means the speed of sound is less in gaseous medium. In any medium, the speed of sound increases if we increase the temperature of the medium. The speed of sound in air is 330 meter per second at 0 degrees Celsius. If we increase the temperature of the air, means that speed changes 340 ms power minus 1 at 25 degrees Celsius. So when we increase the temperature of the medium, means the speed of the sound in the particular medium also increases. speed of sound in different media at 25 degrees Celsius is given in the table. See, in solid state, aluminium 6420 meter per second, then iron 5950 meter per second, in liquid water in C 1531, that the distilled type of water means 1498, in gases hydrogen 1284 meter per second, and air 340 ms power minus 1, and oxygen 360. And the next one, sonic boom. So sonic boom means a loud explosive noise caused by the shock wave from object traveling on aircraft or other faster objects than the speed of sound. When the speed of any objects exceed the speed of sound in air, it's nearly 330, it is said to be traveling at supersonic speed. Examples given, bullets, jet, aircraft. So these objects can travel at supersonic speeds, that means more than speed of sound in air. When an object travels at a speed higher than that of sound in air, it produces shock waves. So these shock waves carry a large amount of energy. The air pressure variation associated with this type of shock waves produce a very sharp and loud sound called the sonic boom. The shock waves produced by an aircraft have energy to shatter glass and even damage buildings. So the sonic boom வர்ற அந்த noises broken that glasses and it damage buildings also. Then sound travels about 5 times faster in water than in air. Okay, so we know in air is 330 ms power minus 1. In the same sound wave travels in the water means it is 5 times faster than air. So it's nearly 1530 ms power minus 1. So the worlds in the sea are even hundreds of kilometers away can tap to each other very easily through the sea water. Speed of sound waves is greater in water compared with the air. How many times greater? 5 times faster in water than in air. Then next important one, reflection of sound. What is reflection? When sound travels in a given medium, it's a solid or a liquid, it strikes the surface of another medium and bounces back in the some other direction is called reflection. That meaning it is bounces off a surface of solid or a liquid medium like a rubber ball that bounces off from a wall. An obstacle of large size which may be polished or rough is needed for the reflection of sound waves. So when the sound waves touch the polished or rough surface, it gets the reflection. The laws of reflection are, first one, the angle in which the sound is incident is equal to the angle in which it is reflected. It is similar to the light. The angle in which the sound is incident is equal to the angle in which it is reflected. Then the second one, the direction of incident sound, the reflected sound and the normal are in the same plane, that means same surface. Then next one, uses of multiple reflections of sound. What is multiple reflections? We know it means that sound is reflected more than one time. It is called multiple reflection. So some musical instruments, megaphones, loudspeakers, horns, musical instruments such as nadaswaram, shanai and trumpets are all designed to send sound in a particular direction without spreading it in all directions. So we send the sound waves in a particular direction. In these instruments, a tube followed by a conical opening. You see here, or here reflects sound successively to guide most of the sound waves from the source in the forward direction towards the audience. Then stethoscope. So we know stethoscope is a medical instrument for listening to the action of someone's heart or breathing. It's a medical instrument used for listening to sounds produced in the body. These sounds reach doctors' ears by multiple reflections. So from that place, the sound get multiple reflections through the tube and reach the doctor's ears with the help of multiple reflections. Multiple reflection means the sound waves is reflected more than one time. Then use of earphones for long hours can cause infection in the inner parts of the ears. So apart from damage to the eardrum. So your safety is in danger if you wear earphones while crossing signals or walking on the roads and traveling. So when we use the earphones for a long time, it affects the inner parts. So using earphones while sleeping is all the more dangerous as current is passing in the wires. So it may even lead to mental irritation. Okay. So you are advised to deter from using earphones as far as possible. So today we studied about distinguishing different sounds. What are the three types? Loudness, pitch, and timbre. So loudness means is a quantity of which a sound can be distinguished from another one, both having the same frequency. And the loudness or softness of sounds depends upon the amplitude of the wave. Then what is intensity? Intensity is defined as the amount of energy crossing per unit area per unit time perpendicular to the direction of propagation of the wave, and the intensity is measured in decibel. The five factors are very important for intensity. Intensity is depends on the amplitude of the source, distance of the observer from the source, surface area of the source, density of the medium, frequency of the source. Then second one, pitch. Pitch is one of the characteristics of sound by which we can distinguish whether a sound is shrill or bass. Shrill means it's a high pitched voice and bass means it's a low pitched voice. Then timbre or quality. Timbre is the characteristics which distinguishes two sounds of same loudness and pitch emitted by two different instruments. What is tone? A sound of single frequency is called a tone, and collections of tones is called note. Then speed of sound. Speed V equal to 1 wavelength by 1 time period. Formula V is equal to lambda by T. Lambda is a wavelength, T is a time period. And speed of sound V is equal to N lambda. And the reflection of sound. The laws of reflection are the angle in which the sound is incident is equal to angle in which it is reflected. And the second law of reflection of sound is direction of incident sound, the reflected sound and the normal are in same plane. Then uses of multiple reflections of sound we used in musical instruments, stethoscope, etc. So thank you students.